What if your ultimate deer rifle isn't the flashy powerhouse you expected, but a featherweight wizard that vanishes in your pack? Welcome to This Is My Number 1 Rifles for Deer Season. You'll be shocked what it is, where I'm revealing my top 5 picks for 2025 that transformed my whitetail hunts from good to unforgettable. From the smooth cycling Smith & Wesson Model 1854 to the jaw-dropping Wilson Combat Nula Model 20, these rifles blend precision, portability, and ethical performance for everything from thick brush stands to open field stalks. In this countdown from 5 to 1, we'll dive into their features, field-tested accuracy, and why they're must-haves for dropping deer cleanly at 100 to 400 yards. Whether you're battling Midwest timber or Texas lowlands, these tools deliver confidence without the bulk. Stick around, the Model 1 will flip your rifle game upside down. All firearms shown here are discussed for educational and hunting use only, handled safely, legally, and by experienced adults. Safety first. Number 5. Smith & Wesson Model 1854 Lever Action. The Smith & Wesson Model 1854 lever action rifle secures the number 5 spot in my 2025 deer arsenal. A modern marvel at 6.7 pounds with a 19.25-inch threaded barrel that maneuvers like a dream through November's tangled undergrowth for quick, ethical shots on whitetails. Chambered in .45 Colt or .44 Magnum, it slings 240 grain jacketed hollow points at 1/400 FPS, grouping under 2 inches at 100 yards with Hornady critical defense loads for reliable expansion within 150 yards, perfect for close quarters blinds where seconds count. The black polymer stock with textured grip and M-lock forend ensures a rock-solid hold in rain-slicked hands, while the crossbolt safety and oversized lever loop cycle flawlessly even gloved, feeding 8+1 rounds from the tube magazine without a hitch. In the field, its Picatinny rail mounted my Vortex Crossfire Seku red dot low for instinctive acquires, and a short-threaded muzzle, where legal, lets owners choose approved legal muzzle devices for recoil or sound management. Always follow local laws and range rules when using any muzzle device. At $279 MSRP, it's a steel-blending volcanic heritage with AR-inspired modularity, outshining traditional levers in durability thanks to the billet aluminum receiver. During my Iowa opener, it connected on a 75-yard buck through laurel thickets, the FTX bullet delivering textbook performance without exit wounds. Reviewers echo its sub-MOA potential with match ammo, and the right side ejection port aids lefties in tight spots. In 2025, the Stealth Hunter variant's Camo Cerakote boosts its all-weather appeal for multi-state tags. The adjustable rear sight and fiber optic front align fast for low-light dawn sits, while the recoil-absorbing butt pad tames .44's kick for all-day comfort. From farm edges to river bottoms, its balance shines offhand, turning dense cover into an advantage. Number 4. Browning Bar Semi-Auto. Clocking in at number 4, the Browning Bar Semi-Auto rifle is my 2025 workhorse for dynamic deer drives, weighing 7.6 pounds with a 22-inch hammer-forged barrel that delivers rapid, follow-up precision on fleeing bucks across open hardwoods. In .30 Aero 6 Springfield, it propels 165 grain Nosler ballistic tips at 2,800 FPS, averaging 1.5-inch groups at 100 yards for ethical drops out to 300 yards. Its gas-operated action cycling flawlessly with full power loads to minimize downtime in thickets. The walnut stock with rosewood accents and checkered grip provides a classic feel with modern stability, while the detachable 4-round box magazine swaps in seconds for seamless reloads during multi-deer limits. In the field, the active Inflex recoil pad soaks up magnum energy, and the gold-plated trigger breaks crisply at 4 pounds for confident breaks on crossing shots. At $1,500 MSRP, its overbuilt receiver handles decades of abuse, outlasting polymer pretenders with buttery smoothness after 500 rounds. On my Kansas lease, it harvested a pair of does at 200 yards in under 10 seconds, the rotary bolt locking up like a vault for zero shifts. Enthusiasts praise its sub-MOA accuracy in 308 variants, and optional muzzle devices help with felt recoil. Consult local law and manufacturer guidance when fitting any device. In 2025, the MK3 DBM's Picatinny rail integrates my Leupold VX3 HD seamlessly, elevating holds for prairie edges. The ambidextrous magazine release and oversized bolt handle aid gloved operation in frosty mornings, while the blued finish resists scratches from pack rubs. From driven hunts to stand sits, its semi-auto speed excels where bolts lag, turning opportunities into tags. The bar's short-stroke piston shrugs off fouling, cycling 180-grain heavies without protest for elk crossovers. In my experiences, its balance feels lighter than specs suggest, ideal for youth hand-me-downs. Number 3. Savage Axis 2 Pro Bolt Action. The Savage Axis SAL Pro Bolt Action Rifle claims number 3 in my 2025 lineup, a 6.5-pound budget beast with a 20-inch carbon steel barrel that threads for cans, delivering tack-driving accuracy on whitetails from tree stands to ground blinds. In 6.5 Creedmoor, it slings a 140-grain Federal Fusion at 2,650 FPS, printing 0.65-inch groups at 100 yards for clean, ethical hits beyond 400 yards. The AccuTrigger is adjustable. Consult a gunsmith or the manufacturer for safe setup for creep-free pulls under pressure. The black synthetic stock with camo accents and textured panels grips like glue and dew, while the detachable 4-round magazine feeds hungrily without binding after mud exposure. In the field, the elongated bolt handle cycles silkily, and the one-piece zero MOA rail beds my Nikon Prostaff P3 flawlessly for quick zeros. At $429 MSRP, it's Savage's value pinnacle, rivaling $1,000 rigs with button-rifled precision and thread-in head spacing for barrel swaps. During my Wisconsin rut, it nailed a 350-yard buck broadside, the bonded bullet retaining 95% weight for pass-through ethics. Testers confirm sub-inch averages across loads, and the elongated handle aids fast follow-ups in wind. In 2025, the Pro's Cerakote barrel resists rust for wet season reliability, boosting its all-terrain cred. The recoil lug and Omniport muzzle device vent gases for flatter shooting, taming felt kick on 143-grain ELDX. From youth hunts to solo stalks, its compact length shines in blinds, where swing matters most. The Axis's floating bolt head ensures ignition in cold snaps, and the right side bolt release speeds manipulations. In my kit, it pairs with .243 for does, versatility unmatched at this price. Savage's modern manufacturing raw bar stock actions yields harmonics rivaling customs. Number 2. Ruger American Gen 2 Bolt Action. Earning silver in my 2025 deer rotation, the Ruger American Gen 2 Bolt Action Rifle is a 6.2-pound revelation with a 22-inch spiral-fluted barrel that cools fast for string-fire accuracy on elusive bucks slipping through cedars. In 3-8 Winchester, it drives 168-grain Hornady ELDX at 2,550 FPS, averaging 0.75-inch groups at 100 yards for ethical harvest to 500 yards, the 3-position tang safety locking the bolt for safe traverses while allowing dry fire checks. The adjustable synthetic stock 12.5 to 13.75-inch LOP fits like a custom, with the power bedding system bedding the action rigidly for vibration-free shots. In the field, the 3-lug bolt throws 60 degrees for speedy cycles, and the rotary 3-round magazine feeds without snags even single-loaded. At $679 MSRP, its gray Cerakote elevates durability, outpacing Gen 1 with improved extractors holding 0 through 300 rounds. On my Montana Scout, it connected at 450 yards on a muley, the high BC bullet bucking gusts for a vital hit. Reviewers laud sub-MOA consistency, and the threaded muzzle accepts legally approved muzzle devices, where allowed. Always follow local law and manufacturer instructions. In 2025, expanded calibers like 7mm 08 suit doe tags, while the ergonomic grip aids offhand in draws. The Gen 2's linkage trigger connects smoothly, breaking at 3 pounds with no creep for deliberate pulls. From ridges to riverbanks, its lightness reduces fatigue on all-day glassing. The fluted barrel sheds heat, sustaining groups and volleys, and the bolt's red indicator confirms status at a glance. In my hunts, it transitions from whitetail to pronghorn seamlessly, a do-all champ. Ruger's customer tweaks adjustable comb-enhance inclusivity for youth or petite frames. For deer season, the Gen 2's fluidity flick safety, break shot, run bolt feels intuitive. In 2025, it's my balanced all-rounder, where value meets virtuosity. Number 1. Wilson Combat Nula Model 20, bolt action. Shockingly topping my 2025 deer list, the Wilson Combat Nula Model 20 bolt action rifle is an ultralight 4.9-pound phenom with a 20-inch 416R stainless barrel that vanishes on your shoulder, nailing trophy bucks at dawn without a whisper of fatigue. In .308 Winchester, it launches 168-grain HPBTs at 2,550 FPS, etching 0.56-inch groups at 100 yards for pinpoint ethics to 400 yards. The Timney Elite Hunter trigger, shattering at 2.75 pounds with zero creep for wind-cheating precision. The AG Composites carbon fiber stock-adjustable LOP and cheek riser molds to your frame, while the oversized mag box swallows 4 rounds from the hinged floor plate for swift top-offs. In the field, the PVD-coated 4340 bolt glides like silk, and the 2-position safety blocks the sear while freeing the action for quiet checks. At $3,295 MSRP, its armor-tough finish laughs at briars, inheriting Melvin Forbes' sub-5-pound legacy with EDM-cut receiver rigidity. During my Colorado high country stalk, it harvested a 320-yard elk deer double, the boat tail bullet retaining mass for clean vitals amid thermals. Testers hail 0.72-inch averages, and threads accept compatible, legal muzzle devices. Consult local regulation and manufacturer guidance before fitting any device. In 2025, Mini Action 20S variants in .300 Hammer expand varmint crossovers, but the standard's button rifle bore excels on heavies. The slim forend rests steady prone, and the recoil pad vectors energy linearly for flat follow-ups. From alpine basins to bottomlands, its wand-like balance turns miles into moments. The Nula's 110 twist stabilizes heavies for bear backups, versatility unbound. In my pursuits, it outpaces M70 featherweights in harmonics, sub-MOA eternal. This bolt's purity, speed, accuracy, portability forges irreplaceable joy, a rifle redefining pursuit.